Hey everybody, I'm Alex Pearl, and this is Scratch and Sniff, the show about fragrance culture. So today we're going to be talking about the David Lynch commercial for Yves Saint Laurent's masterpiece Opium from back in the 1980s. I love a good fragrance commercial. I love a bad perfume commercial, but this one is kind of transcendent. I really dig it, and I can't wait to talk to you about why. First up, I've got to mention the color palette of the commercial. You see the gold dress on the woman that's being featured, you see her red nails, the kind of earth tones and reds of the decor, that warm color of the lamp as it turns on. I feel like the visual language of color was used perfectly here, because the color palette in this commercial represents that sort of warm, spices and civet and orange scent of opium perfectly. And before I forget, side note, this commercial is bookended with one of the greatest things ever. If you want to represent whatever you're trying to sell as like a thing of elegance and sophistication, mystique, you know, the exotic, you show me a fan. And guess what? David Lynch got it right. This commercial is bookended with these glorious full screen fan unfurling shots. It's breathtaking. I would say that it's gratuitous fan action, but this is appropriate fan action. Take note, other directors, this is a thing that needs to happen more, because I don't know if you know this, I happen to be a gay, and if there's something that all of us appreciate, it's a fan. I mean, I don't even need to know anything about the fragrance, I just need to see that and I'm like, give me a bottle, give me two, I'm good. Anyway, coming back to it, I'm not sure if Angelo Badalamenti had done the score to this commercial, but he's worked with David Lynch countless times before, and what he was giving me right here, at least I suspect it was him, with the piano music in the background, are some heavy Twin Peaks vibes, and guess what? I appreciate that. Thank you, Angelo. Thank you. Oh. And then there's the like diving into the fragrance shot where like the bottle is uncapped and she's like looking down into it, and then you have this like wavering wallpaper pattern fantasia, and I could make fun of that, but I'm not, because I unironically love it. I love that that visual simulation of the wafting of the fragrance upward from the bottle. I think that's really cool. Good show, David Lynch. And I want you to take note of something when you watch this commercial. This woman, she is by herself. She is wearing opium for herself. And not just that, she is loving it. She is into it. This lady is so into it, she's feeling her oats, her grits, and her cream of wheat. Oh yes. Oh yes. I feel like many commercials for perfumes miss the mark. They either overthink it or they don't adequately represent the juice that they're trying to sell you. And it's so sad when they do either one of those things, but this commercial got both of those things right. I feel like this was just enough that it gives you a clear idea of sort of the way that perfume is going to smell. And I know that might sound kind of reachy, but if you know what opium smells like, and you take a look at the imagery of this commercial, you're like, oh yeah, no, that is a fair representation. I'm paraphrasing here, but David Lynch had said something to the effect that you should be able to feel your way through his films, that he doesn't feed you endless expository dialogue and information, that you should be able to, on an emotional level, intuit what it is that's going on. And I feel like he had, in a much smaller scale, in this 1 minute long commercial, had used that to full effect, and I appreciate it. You feel the warmth of opium, you feel the glamour, and the cool thing is, like I mentioned before, you get to see that this woman is not putting on perfume in like a performative way. She's not putting it on for somebody else. She's not trying to like seduce anybody or impress anybody. She's doing this for her. And for anybody who's out there in the fragrance community, remember, who is it that you have to please above everybody else with what you're wearing? It's you. And this commercial gets it right. She's putting it on because she enjoys it. So tell me what you think. Do you agree with my assessment? Do you disagree? Do you think I'm just blowing a bunch of pompous hot air? Please tell me in the comments section below. I also want to know about other commercials that you'd like to hear me talk about, whether good or bad or horrific. I appreciate the horrific, so please tell me if there are any horrific ones that you know of. Also, as per usual, I just wanted to say thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day or evening or afternoon, whatever time of the day it happens to be, and I love you. I've got this splash bottle, this vintage, gorgeous, gorgeous juice. I don't know if you can see that, but it's still like maybe a third full. Oh my God, this is the type of the bottle that's featured in the commercial, and even though I don't really love a splash bottle, this is so worth it. Oh my God. It really is. It's that good. I love opium. I don't have a way out. I'm sitting in a chair, so there's no interesting way to end the video. I almost spilled the whole bottle.